I'm just diving into the Chainlink chart here to give some analysis of where I potentially think that Chainlink might be going in the short term and long term. So obviously we've had this correction just here, guys, where we corrected from here all the way down. We had a 44% correction there. We came up a bit and we've come back down, and we've tested the bottom of the body of the candle, the close, as support. So yeah, we know that right now. Okay, so potentially we could be looking at a bounce to the upside, or we could be looking at more rejection and more of a correction. But personally, I'm bullish. I'm more steered towards the upside, and I'll tell you why. And the reason is because we seem to be forming a very similar pattern that we did in the last correction that we had, and I believe that was in January. We had this correction just here, guys. So we're looking on the 4-hourly time frame here, guys, and as you can see, we had a correction just here, which was around about the 10th of January. We came down. We had a 34% correction, a 32% correction there, sorry guys, and then we formed what looked to be a double bottom, a retest of support just there before we went back up to the upside, and from there you can see we just continually went up in that trade, and we was trading in that channel that we had formed, and we were keeping an eye on for the resistance and support levels of Chainlink. But obviously with the recent correction, we've lost all support and resistance, and we may now be forming a new trend. Basically what I'm eyeballing here, I believe that this correction that we're going through right now, this is just a rinse repeat of this correction just here, guys. And I think the upside potential of Chainlink from here is super bullish. You could even say, okay, let's be conservative. Let's say it did do exactly the same upside as what we've just experienced since the crash on the 10th of January, almost 2 months ago now, just over a month ago actually. Let's just say that we'll go through this very same thing where we've bottomed out, we've double bottomed here on the 4-hourly time frame, and now we're off to the races. Okay, so obviously it's not going to go boom overnight, but we will slowly start to creep up. So like I said to you guys, I love to look at the previous price history, because it's all about this. It's all about this price action, guys, in the charts. Okay, so let's say as an experiment, guys, that we are going to go up a very similar fashion from this double bottom. Okay, so we'll go from this level here where we've actually come down and touched the double bottom as a retest, so roughly that level there, and we went all the way up there, and we topped out 176%, okay, over 232 bars on Chainlink, so 38 days, so just over a month. We went up 176%. So let's go into the chart now. Okay, we're going to zoom into this bit of chart here, right here, and did we say 176%? I think there is a time range that I can use here, but I'm just going to do this as a rough guide. 170%, I think I said, over 38 days, so roughly about there. So there, yeah, I'm going to mark that. So potentially we could be looking at a price target. So we could be looking now at the start of a new trend for Chainlink. Again, not financial advice, guys, not an exact science, as I keep saying. Let's drop the RSI out, but we could now be forming a new trend all the way up to $64, guys, and over the next month. And you know what, it could happen, because I think at this time here, when we had that correction just here, we started to claw some sats back against Bitcoin, and that could potentially be what's on the cards right now, is that Bitcoin's going to cool off, and we're going to have a mini alt run, a mini alt season, as we did in this range here when we went up there. If you look in the Bitcoin charts, Chainlink was gaining sats against Bitcoin. I mean, we'll jump on the Bitcoin link versus Bitcoin chart right now. So you can see here where we bottomed out, look, on the 9th of Jan, and then we reversed. Look at the bottom of the chart, guys. So on the 9th of Jan we bottomed out, and then we started to reverse against Bitcoin, and we went all the way up there, and we got right up to 79k sats, against Bitcoin, and obviously Bitcoin started to pump again and we've come back down. So now could we be looking at this reversal again? We've basically bottomed out on Chainlink. Okay, Bitcoin is sort of going to go stagnant sideways, if not dip, and alts are going to run. I feel like we're set up for it. I honestly do. You know, I'm super bullish on Chainlink anyway, guys. It's a brilliant project. I kind of feel that we're going to have a massive pump, okay, in the alts. I think that we're gearing up for it. So we could say again that we went down, we were roughly here. Okay, so from the 10th of Jan there, we started to pump against Bitcoin. So versus Bitcoin, we went up, say, from the 10th of Jan there, we went up almost 75% over 2 weeks. So, you know, we could pump 75% against Bitcoin over the next couple of weeks for those 38 days or even. You know, I have targeted another run up for Bitcoin towards the end of March, so that would coincide really with Bitcoin's reversal. So yeah, it's just something I'm seeing on charts, guys. It's jumping back into the Chainlink chart. Oh yeah, and just one more thing to add, guys. You remember we talk and we keep an eye on this Bitcoin dominance chart. Well, we have said numerous times that if Bitcoin was to lose this support, it would lead to an alt season. So, you know, given that price structure on Chainlink and the fundamentals, and the fact now that we are toying with this support, Bitcoin's crabbing, it sort of can't make its mind up. Are we on the verge of an insane alt run where Chainlink could possibly 3x over the next month? So again, this is all what ifs, guys, but you know, these are possibilities. So right now we'll keep an eye on this Bitcoin dominance as well moving forward over the next week or so, and just keep an eye on it and see what happens. But potentially this could lead to a breakdown. We could lose this support, obviously be a bit choppy and find levels of support on the way down, but we could potentially move down to this area here, this 57%, quite immediately, to be fair, over the next month for altcoins. For the Bitcoin dominance chart, which would lead to a massive alt run, guys. So watch this space. It's all positive. Jump back into the Chainlink chart right now. So yeah, some would call me crazy, but potentially we could just see now a new trend being formed for Chainlink, and we could be targeting $64. So right now we could be looking at that like 100 and, well, it's gone up a little bit, 153% trade, because Chainlink's actually going up whilst I'm recording this. So yeah, honestly, guys, I feel that is potentially what's on the cards for Chainlink. Don't take it as financial advice. Just take it as a grain of salt, okay? You know, it's just something that I'm seeing. I just feel like alts are perfectly set up for the run right now. You know, always when there's blood on the streets, when others are fearful, be greeder. When there's a lot of fear, that's when you'll see that the market turns. And there is a lot of fear now, because everyone, I've seen in the news today that, you know, Bitcoin is a bubble and all this and all that. And they're the times when you hear that, you think, right, pile in, because the general census, it's called herd mentality. You know, it never goes with the herd mentality. I mean, round here we had so much retail FOMO. Perhaps the blow off top was due, because we had so much retail FOMO coming in here. You know, they've not experienced these kind of corrections, and that may have put a bit of retail off. We may be looking now at a new trend for Chainlink, shooting all the way up to $64. And this is just the basics. I'm just trying to outline the potential setup here. The fact that we had a correction. We had a double bottom, a retest of support on the correction. We're now looking at a very similar price structure here, where we've had the correction, we've come down, we've come back down, we've tested the bottom of support. So now are we moving up to this potential target of $64 towards, what is the date of that? That's sort of towards the mid-April, end of April. So almost 2 months from here, guys. Okay. So yeah, please share the video. You may laugh at that price prediction. It may just roll over now. It may just go like this and just crash to oblivion. You know, where are we? Where's my thing? There it is. We may just go down and crash to oblivion. and that's it. But if we was to move up, then obviously you've got to eyeball these levels here as targets of resistance. I did outline earlier in my daily update video where I do think the levels of resistance going forward for Chainlink are. You know, and if you have been paying attention to the news, OCR has come out, the news about that and the scalability. At the end of the day, this space is not going anywhere, and I'm reading brilliant news and great news regarding NFTs. So NFT is pumping, the NFT markets are pumping. So, you know, Chainlink is a very much needed product in the DeFi space, guys. You know, and the scalability is there. So I'm feeling pretty confident with my forecast of Chainlink at $64 by the end of April. I hope you found that video good, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please, again, share the video. Please smash that like button. That's all I ask from you, is please smash that like button down below. Please share the video wherever you can. And yeah, please bring more people to the channel and enjoy the content and spread the love. Chainlink to the moon, guys.